the next classes. Okay, we have Wednesday is the day that it is today. We're working posterior and anterior chain. So a lot of the moves are going to be either anterior chain, which means we're stabilizing with mostly our core. We're going to work our quads today, our big muscle groups in the front. And then we're going to be alternating with muscle groups in the back of our body. Today we're starting out, this is a fun one, and I'm going to use a mat just because my tailbone. Okay, it is a body hollow hold with a banded row. So you're going to have the band here, okay? You're going to be in that body hollow hold. So you're here, and you're going to row this band back and up. When you're doing this, the key is you don't want this band to pull you forward as you let the tension go. So you need to be breathing in as you row back, and as you exhale, you got to pull that core in even tighter so that you're staying in this body hollow hold, and that core and that back is supported, and that band is not pulling you up. Does that make sense? So you're going to inhale, roll that band back, exhale, keep that core in, keep that body hollow hold, and then row and inhale and exhale without that band pulling you up before you let go of it. So that one, slow and controlled. There's 12 rows. That's a lot. So if your back starts to hurt or anything, just modify the reps. Dumbbell renegade row with an alternating toe touch. So we're here. We got our 2 dumbbells, okay? We're gonna row, and then you're going to alternate your toe touch. Toe touch back, and then come back in. That is 1. So 2 rows and 2 toe touches equal 1. With this one, Krista emphasizes that we pull, think of this weight coming back to the opposite hip when you do this row. So it's not necessarily a row straight up, it's more of a row up and back so that you can pull into that lat more. So pay attention that as you're rowing, it's more of this motion than it is this. Then we go over to our tricep ring extension. And this one we do quite often. So just walk out as far as your core will allow. And then from here, we're holding on to both sides of that ring. And we're just going down and up. Trying to keep our shoulders stable and just use those triceps to extend our arms. Breathing and holding in that core. This one I'm excited for. It's a landmine low hanging jump squat. So we're doing jump squats. We're going to face the landmine, grabbing it with both hands, okay? And we're taking that landmine down, squatting, and then jumping at the top with that landmine, okay? I like it because grabbing that landmine in the front forces your squat to have better mechanics, okay? So we're going to hinge at the waist and then sit that butt down and jump. You have 12 of those. Then we go into a burpee box jump. So it sounds exactly, or it is exactly what it sounds. Can everyone see if I do it this way? So we're just gonna do our burpee. Okay, we're here, down to the ground, up, land on that box. Okay, box jumps. Remember, you want your whole foot to land on the box. Your heel should be the one that makes contact with the box first, because if your heel does, that will send the message to your big muscle groups like your hamstrings and your quads that they need to stabilize you on that box and extend your body, okay? If I land on my toes, I'm not using my big stabilizers to extend my legs. So make sure you pick a height and you jump high enough that your whole foot is landing on the box every time. Then we go into this is one of my favorite moves, and I'm so glad Krista programmed it. It is a kneeling quad extension. So you're going to need some flexibility with this. So with this move, you're going to need, you want your feet flat on the ground. So the tops of your feet should be facing the ground. You're going to have your knees shoulder width apart. You don't want them much wider, and you don't want them any more narrow than your shoulders. And you're going to go back as far as you can, and then push through your quads to bring yourself back up. So you're here, you're gonna go back, 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 and then as soon as you feel kind of that tension get super, super tight, then you're going to exhale, and it's also your core and your transverse abdomen that's bringing you back up. As you warm up and move, you're going to find that your flexibility and range of motion will increase as you go, because this also has a lot to do with having loose hip flexors and having warmed up quads. So you're here, but you want to keep that back and those hips from swaying too far forward. So bring that spine to neutral, go back, 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 and then push through your quads, okay? So the pressure is going to be in your quads, and you can push through the tops of your feet. So it's fun. It says optional kettlebell. I would say until maybe the second round or third round when you're warmed up, maybe add weight. But this, once you do it and you realize the tension that it puts on your quads, weight is no necesito. Okay. Then we have a kettlebell curl with a front lunge. So we're going to take a kettlebell, okay? We're going to bring it down and up, curl it bilaterally, and then you're going to front lunge, okay? And then come back up, curl it bilaterally, front lunge with the opposite foot, 10 total, okay? Same thing with our front lunge. Make sure that when you lunge, that weight is in the heel and that knee is staying behind the toe. If you shift your weight to your toes, it's a lot easier to shift that knee over that toe. And then when you push back, it's gonna put a lot of tension on that front of your knee. So shift that weight back into your heel. When you go to stand, drive through that heel. Lateral plank walk with the agility ladders. So the ladders are out there. You're going to face, so the ladders are going to be perpendicular to you, and you're going to go in and out, okay? Jamie was saying that in the earlier class, they were adding push-ups. If you guys want to, you can. But just make sure that it's each hand goes in each square all the way down and all the way back, okay? Then a street run, we start over.